Hey everyone, it's Cory McCarthy and thank you for tuning in. It has been requested of me to respond to Varg Vikernes' statements against veganism. Varg runs a relatively popular YouTube channel called ThuleanPerspective, which discusses European survivalist and related interests. As a side note, Varg has also recently denounced my friend the Golden One, both of whom generally cater to the same viewing demographic. For the sake of keeping this brief for some of the attention spans out there, I will respond to two main arguments Varg has made, as well as the related sub-arguments. I will link his specific videos in the description below, and all references will be linked over at my blog, which is also linked below. Now let's get started.
That we have been eating meat for at least 500,000 years, you would understand that yes, we are able to digest meat. Human beings are omnivores. We eat also meat, and we need meat for our brains to develop properly.
First off, you are making an appeal to tradition fallacy, Varg. I certainly don't argue with the fact that we can consume and digest meat. However, that proves nothing about whether we should or need to consume it.
It doesn't change the fact that, for instance, the IARC and WHO have labeled red meats a probable group 2A carcinogen to humans, and cured or processed meats like bacon, ham, and sausages a group 1 carcinogen to humans. The consumption of the latter being comparable to poisons such as asbestos, alcohol, arsenic, and tobacco. The simple truth is, regardless of our history on this planet, we do not require animal products at any stage of life to survive or to thrive, and thus not for our brain health or development either.
And that statement was released by one of the world's largest organizations of food and nutrition professionals, which has been in operation since 1917. And that statement has undergone 2 major peer review processes to date.
We have B12 in us, but if you don't refill B12 like vegans, then you will run out of it after 4 years. So if you are a vegan and you haven't, or if you have been a vegan for 4 years, then you need to take these pills. These are made from the bacteria in the guts of animals. So they are not a vegan product. This is an animal product.
First, yes, vegans need to supplement with B12, unless they consume ample amounts from fortified foods. But I want to personally add that everyone should consider supplementing with B12. Vegan or not, B12 deficiency is more common than previously believed, and not just among vegans, not even remotely.
According to the USDA, the ongoing Framingham Offspring study has demonstrated that 39% of people have low normal levels of B12 and are flirting with deficiency. Meanwhile, 16% of people fall below the current minimum acceptable levels of 200 picograms per milliliter. And when you consider that vegans only make up 0.5% of the US population,
you realize that at least 15.5% of the US population who are not vegan are well within B12 deficiency status. And that's assuming that all vegans are deficient, which I am not, and I have been vegan since April of 2013. Thus, any blanket assumption along those lines would be incorrect. Second,
B12 is known as a dirty vitamin, and it is produced by bacteria in the small intestines. However, that B12 is not available to us since we do not engage in the consumption of our feces. And this isn't just true of humans. Farm animals, such as sheep, cattle, and goats, also produce B12 in their intestines, and deficiencies in soil can lead to B12 deficient livestock. Thus, farmers inject B12 into their livestock to treat and control B12 deficiency.
So consumers of these animal products very likely get some or all of their B12 through this method of fortification of their food, unless of course they eat dirty vegetables covered in vitamin-rich soil, or they consume feces, or drink dirty groundwater, which you had mentioned in your B12 video, but none of which are activities that I'd imagine folks living in modern society engage in, or at least not the vast majority of us. And this is regardless of what our ancestors may have done in ages past. Let's not make appeals to tradition.
Interestingly, a Dr. Stuart A. Seal, who is a board-certified family physician, has noted that the B12 found in animal food is not due to superior characteristics of said food sources, but rather bacterial contamination of said food, as all animals manufacture B12 in the same manner.
Dr. Seal believes that there's a lot of misinformation about the necessity of eating animal foods to obtain B12, and I agree. Finally, vegan-friendly B12 products do not contain animal ingredients. You were utterly wrong, Varg. Do your research before making such patently false claims.
There are man-made forms of B12, like cyanocobalamin or methylcobalamin, the former of which is often used to rapidly combat serious deficiencies like pernicious anemia due to how effective it is. And these man-made products are readily available on websites such as Amazon.
Finally, to address one statement that you had made in the description of your B12 video.
Good luck surviving without civilization, vegans. In nature, you would die.
Well, we do live in civilization, so your argument is invalid. Of course the rules would be different in a survival scenario.
Hell, people even resort to eating other people in extreme survival scenarios.
Hypotheticals are all good and fine, Varg, but they are just that. Hypotheticals, not arguments. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, perhaps something that I've missed. I am sure Varg and or his followers will eventually find this video and inevitably comment, but let's keep it civilized and intellectual. Please remember to like and share this video, which will help get it noticed. Perhaps share it to Varg's social media to really stir shit up. Remember, this is an information war, and we must combat misinformation. Please also remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to keep on top of my updates. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.